West Side, everybody know everybody, right? I got nothing but love in my heart for West Side niggas, nothing but love.
Live from Detroit, live from Detroit, live from
Detroit. Pink suits with hats to match, big crocodiles and Cadillacs. You looking for the fattest sacks? This is where it's at. Windows tinted, seats fully reclined. Keep your hands on the burner, cause niggas know that it's money on their mind.
Yo, what up, though? It's your man Jay Johnson, aka the 10 for you hat Titan, aka the conspiracy realist, aka the technology snob, Steve Jobs Jr. Don't text me with your green bubbles, aka I only debate my equals, everybody else I teach. Also known as Juice, cause all the hoes say J.U. Ice, Young Caesar, cause you know you can't roam without me. Mr. If you don't like me, fight me. I got kicked out of Noah's Ark because they couldn't find another animal just like me, aka the West Side T'Challa, the new leader of Wakanda. Don't debate me, debate your mama. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What up?
What up, Don? It's your man Dame going wild, the West Side landlord, the pride of PA. High Chief Dame don't fuck around. The liquor store legend, the corner store conquistador, your mama's favorite Dame, and the David Ruffin of the Shop Talk Podcast, because you know who the fuck they came to see. Not you, Otis. It's no better than these 4 letters. Thank God for Dame. And if you speaking on Dame, you better say it nice. And if you don't put the boss in front, then bitch, you not saying it right. It's the Honorable Judge Boss Dame and this bitch all rise. I am a motherfucking black belt, and it's time for the motherfucking Kumite. Let's go.
Yo, welcome back. Shop Talk Podcast, episode 471.
On you hoes.
We back and we live. We live to the internets, to the YouTubes, to the Twitter or X's. What's popping?
Yeah, man, it's been a minute since we weren't live. This we haven't done a power hour in some time just because everybody in their schedules. But I said, Jay, this should be a good week just for us to go live, just to talk some shit, see if people tap in and join in with us. If you got some comments, shit, the comment section is up. Talk to us or talk back. Say something smart. I'll tell you what your mama does for $30 on a Friday night.
How was your week, my brother?
Man, this is actually a pretty good week. So a friend of mine, she was like, you should really get out the house and do something. You ain't did some shit in a while. And I was kind of hemming and hawing, like, I don't want to. And she was like, nah, you really should. So I took her advice, because sometimes women have good advice. Sometimes. So I took her advice. And so on Thursday night, I went out to see Sinners. And I can't front. I was really skeptical about seeing Sinners because I had seen so many great reviews and people seeing so many good things. And I know a lot of people just be dick suckers. They don't really, it'd be groupthink. They really don't be forming an opinion for themselves. So I was like, I don't know if it's going to be as good as people say it is. I had seen people saying it. I trusted you and Aunt, and I know you had seen it multiple times. This other young lady I know, she has seen it 2 or 3 times. It's like, there's no way it's that good. Man, that motherfucker's a good ass movie. That's a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, I was legit captivated. And then, like, when it did the after movie credit scenes, like, my nigga, I just looked up and realized, like, nigga, I haven't moved. Like, I ran out of slushy halfway through the movie. Yeah. But I was like, there's no way I can get up and go get a refill because I don't know what's going to happen. And I can't risk not seeing something that could, play a big part in the role of the story. And I'm glad I didn't, man. I don't go see a lot of movies. I just don't be having the time nor the desire to, sit through 2 hours in a movie theater. But, man, this is well worth it. I really want to go see it again. And I haven't seen a movie, like, multiple times since, like, I was a kid. Some shit I saw when I was, like, a kid.
Yeah.
But I really want to go see this shit again. It's really good.
Man, it was a really good movie. I've seen it twice, and I'm actually going to see it again tomorrow. And what's so funny is that, like, you run out of slushy pretty quickly, right? And I have seen it already, but I still didn't want to go. I still didn't want to go. They got to figure out a way. It's like you threw the slushy, and then like by the time you get back, it's kind of like done unfizzled or something, or like
it's settled. It's settled.
Yeah, so I gotta figure a better way than that. But yeah, and that's only at movie theater slushies, by the way.
Yeah, because the 7-Eleven shit don't do that.
Yeah, not the same.
They step on it. They step on it at the movie theater. It's not that pure slush. It's stepped on. They
add too much air. You know what I'm saying? And like, turn H2O. They turn yeah, man, that shit was really good, man. You know what's so interesting is like last week, I think that was last week, you was talking about, or was it the week before? One of them was like, I'm saying how you feel or some shit. You was like, well, you don't get old till you stop doing something or whatever. And then, because you gave great advice, you feel me? And then you talking about this week you was stuck in and didn't want to go out. I'm like, man, you got to take your own advice, man.
Yeah, so I'm glad I went out. I saw Sinners, had a good time. Went solo dolo. Me and Verge was trying to connect and go, but he had like some work shit going on. So I went by myself, had a good time. I hadn't realized, like, usually when I go to the movies, I'm typically like taking my kids or taking a woman. So I was watching the movie and I'm like really deep into the movie, like to the part where like all the vampires show up at the club.
Yeah.
And I was like, I still got nachos and cheese. Like normally by this time in a movie, I didn't have people dipping in my snacks. It's popcorn in my nacho cheese.
Yeah.
No, I was just able to enjoy snacks by myself.
Man, I tell you, though, I seen it in the I wanted to see it the Thursday night before it was released. Shout out to Robert G.
What up?
And also shout out to Name Tag. I had seen it that Thursday. I went by myself. I typically go to the movies by myself early on the matinee tip because it's just easier, and I get to because when I'm going to see something, I'm typically going because we're gonna review it or just my own shit. But then I went on Saturday night with others, and I'm going again with others this weekend. You feel me? So yeah, it was really good. It's a really good movie, man. I recommend it. If you have seen it, go check out the review that me and Ant dropped yesterday. We put 3 hours of review in that motherfucker. And shout out to everybody who sent in a voice note.
It was a good pod. I listened to it today while I was at work. So shout out to the homie Trinidad Ant. I knew y'all was gonna really get into it and break it down. So much symbolism in the movie. It's so layered. It looks amazing. The story is so full. The writing was great. The characters were great. I really thought it might be a little bit corny with how Michael B. Jordan was going to have to play the twins. Excellent job by Michael B. Jordan. The young dude that was singing, Preacher Boy, I don't know what his real name is, or it just escapes me right now.
Amazing.
Crazy. Delroy Lindo, the OG legend as Delta Slim, and Miss Annie. She made me feel something. Like that's a woman, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a woman right there.
Yeah, woman.
I don't want to give away the plot to anybody that hasn't seen the woman, but at the end, when she was holding that baby,
she a woman. But if you watched,
I was like, me next, Miss Annie, me next.
If you watched Lovecraft Country, she was on Lovecraft Country, which was a great, amazing series on HBO or HBO Max, whatever the fuck they call it themselves now. With Jonathan Majors, that's what really catapulted him up. Amazing. So, yo, man, it was a great movie, man. I'm glad you got a chance to go out there. You should go out to the movies more, though.
I should.
So, depending on the movie, well, I enjoy the movies. You feel me? I enjoy going to the theater once a week, at least. One of my off days, I'm gonna go on Fandango, get like a $7 matinee ticket, and I'll be good. You feel me? I usually get in that motherfucker about 10, 11 o'clock. And usually it's one or two people in the theater early. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically got the theater to myself. I can relax, eat some
Man,
popcorn.
I went to a 7:30 show and it was basically empty in there. Now, when I got ready to leave and I looked like back behind me, people had kind of filled in. But when I first got there, it was empty. I reclined back, and man, I take my shoes off when I recline too. So I
Did you
like.
go to an IMAX?
No, I didn't. I wasn't able to see. They had EMAX. They didn't have it in IMAX, and that's why I want to go see it again because I do want to see the movie as he filmed it and as it was intended to be seen.
So
So
what
I
I've
do.
been seeing is that if you go see it regular, you can go see it regular, right? But like everybody is just going to the IMAX. So the IMAX version of the movie is always packed. You know what I'm saying? And then like the regular version is not. And I realized I had to do some research that IMAX and EMAX is not the same thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I listened to y'all pod. I thought it was,
I did too.
if it's at the Imagine, it's the EMAX, but it's the same, but it's not. So I
Yeah.
do want to go back and see it in IMAX. And then yesterday, I took that same advice again. So me and my homie Randall. Now, crazy shit is, I ran into this nigga Randall initially 5 years ago, and I remember it was on Father's Day because we were both at the beach. I'm on the beach and I walk past this nigga. I'm like, "Yo, Rand," and we chopped it up. And he was
What
smoking a
beach?
cigar, huh?
What beach?
Nigga, Metro.
Okay. Cause like that's
I,
because they say the beach like nigga, you on the top. Like, oh, that's crazy.
no,
Go ahead.
just random as fuck. We was both down at Metro Beach that day, and I walked past him. He was smoking a cigar, and I was like, "Man, we got to have some cigars one day." Never happened. We went to high school together, so I saw him last summer on our 25th reunion, and he was like, "Man, we still owe each other some cigars." I was like, "Gotcha, we gonna get them." Never happened. So this year, when his birthday came around, shot him a happy birthday text. And this nigga said to me, he's like, "I'm not gonna let another birthday come for either one of us and we don't get cigars."
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna stand on that. So we had cigars yesterday. I pulled up on them at the loft. We watched the Pistons game. Oh man, my boys got robbed. Close game, close game.
Very
I don't
close.
want to say they got robbed because Karl Anthony Towns and Brunson put up a lot of points. So I don't want to say we got robbed, but it was a close game. We watched the Pistons game. We watched the draft, smoked some cigars, and like literally talked for 4 hours. He was telling me about some things going on with his career. Both of our oldest daughters are the same age. So we was complaining about, the fucking kids,
Yeah.
the girls, and, what they is and what they ain't doing, just dad shit. And like he's married too. So we was sitting around, he was like, "Man, how you like single life?" I'm like, "Nigga, I wish I had your life." Like, cause I was joking with him. I said, "Man, you're gonna leave here and you're gonna go home to your wife."
Thinking it was such a great night out. Oh, I'm out here with the fellas. Go home to your wife, Mike.
I'm like, "Nigga, you're gonna go home to a house that probably smells good, is warm. You're gonna be greeted with a kiss. You know, it's already 10:30 when we kind of sliding out. She probably winding down for the evening. Nigga, I'm going home to a pit bull. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same, my nigga." He was like, "Dog, do you ever wish you could get married?" I said, "Yes, every day. Every day. I don't want to be out in these streets no more. I don't."
Yeah.
Well, I say I don't, but then I'll be doing shit to be.
Like, nigga, you be hard on the hoes, nigga.
I do.
Hard on the hoes, man.
So
Lighten up, niggas.
so we talked about that, man. Blew a cigar, just had a good time, and we made a promise, like, "Dog, we gotta keep in touch more," because we talked about all the people that we knew that had like fallen out of touch. Niggas we don't see that often. Niggas that we went to school with that died.
Niggas that died. You know what I'm saying?
I seen one of my homies I hadn't seen since damn near graduation. Probably a little bit after graduation, but it's been like 26 years. And I saw him at the movie theater. And like just, being around good people. Like I said to myself, I do want to hang out. I admire like my friends that are married and have families. I look at my boy Randall. I look at somebody like Curve. I even told Don, like, I really admire how these guys like take care of their families, take care of themselves. You know, just good, upstanding niggas. And you need that. You need a lot of that shit in your circle.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm glad we got the chance to fellowship. We found out that a mutual friend of ours throws like a cigar event once a month. So we was like, you know, if we don't sit down between the two of us to have cigars, like we're gonna go to the event next month and make sure we chop it up. And that's the nigga that we went to high school with to throw it too. So it'll be good. I know niggas from school come out to his shit. So it'll just be good to see everybody and have a cigar and just, you know, relax, man. I love the cigar bar. It's such a relaxed atmosphere. It's a good time. You are gonna smell like thick ass smoke when you leave. Uh Hey man, the grannies was out last night. It was a lot of gray hair cougar action in a cigar bar last night.
It's not a cougar, nigga, when y'all the same age.
No. They was older. They was older. These was grannies. These was
But I
grannies.
tell you though, one, I enjoy I haven't smoked a cigar in quite a while, but I still frequent the cigar bar. But and you know what? The next time we take the pod on the road, we should go to a cigar bar and do the pod.
I'm definitely down.
Because you know with the like that's easy work. You feel me? So we did Olive Garden, we did Texas Roadhouse. We can pull up at a cigar bar easy. You know what I'm saying? Have some yak, smoke cigars, and do the pod. That's an easy thing.
I'm down.
But women who are around our age and be out and about, they be at the cigar bar.
They do.
Like the ones with like jobs and careers and shit, you know what I'm saying, that look good and can respect a nice little drink. You feel me?
Yeah, the ladies was definitely being nice to us last night. I'll say that. You know, they was being, and you know what? The funny shit that you mentioned, like they're not cougars when they are age. Now these were women that were a little bit older than us, but I had like a friend of mine. She like nigga, you not young. You're not young. She's like, nigga, you got gray hairs in your eyebrows.
That's crazy.
And then like, nigga, I was looking at it like
eyebrows. That's crazy.
Yeah, I do. And then I was looking like at a picture that you had posted with Umar. I'm like, nigga, your goatee is almost all the way grayed out. Like
that was
not young niggas.
That little edit on the picture made them grays pop even more. But I was like, it looks so cold that I'm gonna leave it. You feel me? But no, this is the grays is graying. Only thing I don't like is like this. I got like 3 gray hairs on my mustache that I don't want them there because it ain't uniform enough. It's just not enough.
So shout out to our barber Tone. I was telling Tone like, man, I thought about dyeing my shit because I don't like the gray. He said, what color you gonna dye it? I said, I guess I have to do it black. He said, you're gonna look like a fool. You don't look like a fool with a jet black beard.
That's exactly. I'm never one of them. I'm never going. I don't want to never say never, but I'm fairly sure I'm never going to be one of them because I see it and I immediately know. I don't. When I see, if I look in the mirror and I see my beard, I be like, "Fuck the grays," but like, yo, that's black hair. You feel me? Yeah. But when I see somebody beard dye, I know it's not that black. Like I don't know why it's a different. It just look.
Tone was like, niggas be looking crazy with that jet black beard.
Yeah.
Don't look crazy. And Tone is right. Don't look crazy.
I know one of my niggas who dye they shit, but they got a lot of gray in their beard, but they only dye like this the edges so that the middle part will be full gray. It look cold. But he like, yeah, don't use black. I think he used like brown or something. He used something different other than black. So it shit look natural and don't look like I'm trying to hide like grays. It's like styled. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
No, and it look cold. You feel me? And it's like I'm not trying to look younger. I'm just trying to make this shit look sweet. And it works.
Hey man, if you ain't getting older, you dying. That's those are the options. You get old or you die. And I want to stay alive. So if that means I'm getting older. And then I just look at it like when I was sitting with my homeboy Randall and we was talking about all the niggas that we know. Don't go Carlos Boozer. I'm not, Rob. I'm not. But when we were sitting and talking to the homie about all the niggas that we know that had passed, like, yo, I'm only 43, Randall 44. Like, these niggas really are not seeing. It's not like I'm old as fuck, but these niggas are not seeing life. They didn't make it this long.
Man, I saw a post the other day. They said niggas in their 30s be thinking that they old, and it was like, nigga, the first 2 decades of your life, the first 20 years of life, nigga, you couldn't drink, you couldn't go to it's a whole bunch of shit that you couldn't do like legally, and now that you're 30,
you're not even taking care of yourself the first 20 years.
Yeah. So like when you mid 30s or even at 40, right? You 20. As far as, I mean, you're not, but you only got 20 years of actually living as an adult. You feel me? At hitting 43, 10 days ago or so shit. I still feel like an infant. I'm an adolescent. I'm immature. I mean, I'm an adult, but I feel like the same kid.
It's crazy when you think about it that way, but like what helped me kind of really put shit into perspective is like I'll be looking at my son. You know, he's 22. We chopped it up last week, and I was asking him about going back to school and some other shit. And he was like, and I was like, well, you think you're gonna move back on campus? He was like, nah, I'm thinking about getting my own place. And I'm like, nah, in my mind, I'm thinking, nah, man, you're too young. Come back home, get your money up. But like in reality, you 22. Like this is the progression of life.
That's when I left home at 22, and I've been growing ever since.
I left home at 19, and I ain't never looked back. So I mean, while I'm trying to give him that outlook on shit, on the other side, I'm just like, nigga, I did it. I know you can do it. Now it's gonna be hard. Now when I left home, rent was $550. I was paying $515 for my 1-bedroom apartment in Southfield with me and my girlfriend. Now I'm like, nigga, rent out here gonna cost you at least $1 a month. You know, if you staying somewhere decent.
I think I was either 21 or 22 when I left the crib. Me and my brother moved in together in the crib. And then when he went to Illinois, I had my first apartment, and I was like fully on my own. I was like 05, 06. So I was like 23, 24, around 23-ish. You know what I'm saying? It's a different. I was telling somebody about that the other day. Man, it's just a different feeling when you completely on your own. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, this is cool.
I didn't do completely on my own till me and the ex-wife separated. Then I was like, you know, because I moved out my mama house and then in with her. And then once we separated, then I was like really on my own. But by then, I'm late 20s. But like I could, like the father in me was like, nah, man, stay home, save up some more money, get your credit together. You know, all the shit that parents tell you.
Because you've seen the danger already. You've been through this, like, no, nigga, go back.
Yeah.
Don't come this way.
But I can also understand being 22 and he a man. Yeah. He feel like he a man. And I was talking to his mama, and she was like, you know, him and my daughter have talked about getting an apartment. I'm more so set that he probably will. Her, she talked about she want to live with her brother, but I know she ain't. I don't think she really got an understanding of what it's going to take yet. She might be a little bit longer.
I think you would like that more so than her moving out on herself, though.
Like her living with her brother would definitely make me feel a lot more comfortable, because I know to a certain extent he gonna watch after and take care of her.
Yeah, and just like living with a man, even if it's your brother, like that offers a level of protection that is not there any other way. Like I'd be forgetting because, well, it's not that I forget. We don't experience life as a woman, especially as a young woman, and shit is fucking crazy out here. Yeah. And when you be when we are talking about like the protection that a man offers by just being a man, like when somebody, go walk her to her car. Not that you about to actually get into a fight, but just seeing a man with another woman, I'm not gonna go over there already. Or you know what I'm saying? It just offers a layer of protection that that's unmatched.
Yeah.
The threat of a nigga, like, and I'm gonna call my father. Just the threat of you saying I'm gonna bring a man at some point. I got a brother, I got a father, such and such in the house, or no, my husband's in the back in the back. It's really crazy when you think of it. You feel me? Because like just the thought of a man in his presence offers protection.
Because another man, like I said, women don't live in a world where violence is a low level of violence is always in our lives. Always. When I walk into a room with two other men, I typically like size them niggas up a little bit just in case.
Think
And I
about
know that two men brings a whole different element of possible violence.
yeah, think about
So
this to that point. When talking to they don't think about that when talking and interacting with men, like yapping that tough, but we don't understand where when they walk into a room and there's a bunch of niggas in there, everybody's stronger than you. You know what I'm saying? Like that gotta be a weird feeling. Like, nigga, I couldn't fight any of these niggas. And like I don't have when I walk into a room, I don't be like every nigga in here beat my ass. That's not like that's not a thought that crosses.
I really feel the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I really walk into the room like I beat every last nigga ass in here.
Yeah. So that's a different layer of protection for them or a different thought process because like they don't feel safe because you might not be safe.
It's not safe. Yeah, it's not safe. Our lives are, I don't want to say safer, but I can just move with a different level of safety and concern. That's all. So, and then I was talking to his mama. I was like, what you expect to happen? Like he gonna have a woman, he gonna leave, he gonna make some kids, they gonna make a family, and like he gonna continue on with like the cycle is gonna continue the same way that your dad probably didn't want me to take his daughter out the house and live with her. He probably gonna do. Now I hope he don't go. Now I sound like an old nigga. I hope he don't go shacking up. But he gonna live his life, and it's not shit I can say or do about it. He's 22.
So, from the father or the parent standpoint, let's say your daughter and your son move in together, get an apartment or somewhere, or whatever. Like, how does it do? Is that like a proud moment for you? Like, because you seeing like your siblings or your children who are siblings, like still be close together and like want to protect and like beat it. Like, how does that feel?
You know what, man? One thing that I always tried to do with my kids is raise everybody together. I didn't want any separation between nobody just because of age and location. So I've always done everything I could to make sure that they were always together. And it does make me feel good that even though they are grown and have their own lives, that they all still remain kind of close and check in on each other. And they will do things, not prompted by family events. My sons go to the barber shop together. My oldest to get his brother, and he'll stay with him on the weekend. My daughter would do the same thing with her sister. So I'm really happy that the kids are close and they love one another, and to think that they love and trust each other enough that I can live with my brother and know that he gonna do what he's supposed to. I can live with my sister and know I can trust that she gonna do what she need to do. That does make me feel good because like I did something right. I've talked about it sometimes on Shop Talk, but I'll be honest, man, I feel like a lot of guilt when it comes to being a father. Because in my mind, there's so much more that I wanted to do. There's so much more that I feel like I wish I could have done. But for whatever reason, it didn't always happen like that. Now, as I've gotten older, I've been able to do more stuff with the younger ones, but I feel like sometimes I missed out on some of those things with my older kids. But I'm happy to know that, the biggest thing you're trying to raise young, responsible adults to get out here in the world and be contributors. They both in school, they both have the desire and are either working or like looking for real work. And they're not just sitting around like with their hands out waiting for mama and daddy to come help them. Like they're learning to figure shit out.
Yeah.
And that's all you can want for them. Cause like shit, man, at 43, I'm still figuring shit out.
Man,
It's a new adventure every fucking day.
And I didn't even think about it that way. Like, so when I moved out, my brother was going through a divorce. You know what I'm saying? He was with his wife and his children. But he was going through a divorce. So he was leaving, you know what I'm saying? And I was leaving. And I never even thought about how my parents looked at like, they moving in together somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And in a family home, or a home that was right next to our family home. You know what I'm saying? Of the birth of our family, so to speak. I never thought about that. And like, some people be related, and like after you get out of the house, y'all don't fuck with each other type shit. It never
like that's me. That's like me and my sister.
Yeah. So I never thought about it that way. And or like the impact, or what did my mom or my dad feel like, okay, well, Jason's gonna be safe because Dwayne's there, or Dwayne to be, I want him with somebody, or like his brother. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got something to look after, so to speak, maybe you will be. I never thought about it like that. You know what I'm saying? And like literally until this conversation. And when I ask you that question, I'm like, how do you feel like as a father, and knowing that your children are still gonna be together somehow?
Man, I just want them kids to come home, come back to daddy's house. You ain't got to pay no bills here. Just save up your money. I don't mind you smoking in the house. You just can't fuck here. That's my only rule. You just can't fuck here. But you can smoke in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Why
You ain't got no...
the arrangement. Not saying one is good, or but like what why is one good and others bad?
I know my son smoke. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think it's fucking? Like
I know the nigga having sex.
So,
but over here, I'm the only nigga that get to fuck in this house. Now, if you want to fuck, go get a room, go to her house, do whatever. But
you was fucking in your parents' house?
And
your parents knew you was fucking in the house.
I don't know if yeah, my mama knew. She
don't nobody with a teenage son who has a girlfriend and the girlfriend comes over to the house think that ain't nobody fucking in their house.
Look, my nigga, I never played the kids having company when they live here, because company means sex. All you doing is waiting. You get comfortable. You start waiting for the patterns of your parents. Okay, well, they're not gonna come down after. That was my thing with my mama. After a certain time, I knew she wasn't coming in the basement.
So when my girlfriend was coming over, it must be 12th grade or whatever, and afterwards, but like it was either during the day when they wasn't there. It was always when they wasn't there. Nothing. Because they got a routine, and like I got a car. I'm in high school, so like
once I had a car, like.
But in real life, it was, matter of fact, even though when I had a car, I didn't have a car. But I was like, hey, Dad, can I get my dad would give me the keys to get his truck. I'm like, I'm about to go over such and such house. Can I get the key? Yeah. And boom, we out. Now, her parents were much more liberal with sex than my parents, because I was never going to say, hey, Dad, we ain't heard about that's not a thing, right? But like I told y'all the story. I had to ask her mom to have sex and shit, and way more liberal in that regard. So
I mean, did my parents? Well, yeah, they knew I was because like my thing, I was getting caught a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Got caught, right? And I overheard my dad try to have the conversation with him, like, because he found a condom in the toilet or some shit. I'm like, it's too late. He already doing it.
And that was the thing. Like when my parents wanted to talk to me about sex, like I've been having sex for like 2 years now. Like this conversation that you're trying to have with me about condoms and shit, like I know where to get them for free at. My homegirl worked at Planned Parenthood. Like I've been living. So
D Scott, what up?
Yeah, I'm D Scott. That's what I'm trying to give him the deal. Just move back home with Dad. Save your money. You don't have to pay no bills. Just buy your own food if you want something special, and don't be fucking in my house. Other than that, you can just stay here. You can just stay here.
I guess the question was, why? Because I can do drugs here, but I can't have sex here. Like, why is that the distinction, though?
All right, man, that's my rule. I mean, that's it.
That was your rule, but I'm like, it comes from somewhere. I'm asking the person who made the rule. Like, where does it come from?
My thing is, so my bedroom is downstairs.
Yeah.
The kids' rooms are upstairs. What I don't want to do is take a shower at 11 o'clock and come upstairs and run into your half-naked girlfriend in the hallway. Because,
got you.
I'm about to take my dick out too and go take a shower.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
No, take a shower. Take a shot.
I'm like, Uncle Shaq. Wait a minute.
No, that probably the timing on that was bad. But I'm about to go take a shower and I'm gonna be up here naked too. And I don't want to hear y'all while I'm doing my thing. And then I don't want to be how the house is set up. The kids' rooms are my son's room are essentially over my room.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear, her taking dick at 3 a.m. And I'm really trying to get them last 2 hours of sleep in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, like she not ain't nobody staying the night. Like, come on, man, you got to get the fuck up. But
But
yeah,
I mean,
I get it.
but you start opening up that shit, and then what do you expect to happen? Niggas stay the night. My homegirl, this is one of my best friends. My godson is what 19, 20. And like he had a little chick show up at like 2 a.m. Or 2 a.m, what the fuck she doing? She gonna stay the night. And I don't want
Not
one of them.
always. From experience.
I mean, not always.
From experience, and not always. In that all that 2:45.
I don't know if this young lady stayed the night, but what I don't want is niggas coming in and out of my house 2, 3 in the morning. You're not gonna be running in and out this house.
Your house. You feel me? You can't make they've been there their whole life. It ain't your house, it's your house. You welcome, come on in. You don't gotta pay the bills, but it's very, very possessive. You feel me? It's my house, or is it it's our home?
It's our house, but I would like for you to respect those rules.
Yeah, for sure.
All. And then, like, your little brother and sister be here too. That's why it's 2 beds in each of them rooms. Like,
yeah,
I can't have you blowing it down and your baby brother in the room with you. Like, come on, man. And that's probably why they ain't gonna come back. Them little siblings. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to live. So I just hope that they get all their shit together. So funny shit is, I was talking to my daughter about living together, and I think we've had this conversation before. And I was like, listen, baby, right now I pay the cell phone and the car insurance and all of that. And she talking about she want to get a new car. I said, you're going to have to keep full coverage on it. And I'm not going to pay your car insurance if you get another car. Because I can't afford to pay full coverage for me and you. Like, that's just not going to work. And she was like, you trying to stop me from moving because you trying to put that $300-$400 on me. I said, baby, if you are not going to be able to move, what do you say? Get all the cutty and all the trim. This is my house. But I said, baby, if $300 is going to stop you from moving, and you just don't need to go nowhere, just, post up.
Well, you're just not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? Stack your paper a little bit more. And right now, don't worry about your focus shouldn't be on stacking your paper. Your focus should be on them grades. It's your first year in college. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You got a dorm for a reason. Chill in the dorm. You want to get out the dorm, it's because you want to do wild shit that the dorm won't allow you to do. So stay on campus.
So she told me some very mature shit. She got to move out the dorm next week. She got to be out on the 30th. Class is basically over. And she was like, I'm not living on campus next year. I'm going to either live with mom or me and my brother going to get an apartment. Because she was like, she got a full ride scholarship, but it does not cover room and board. And she was like, it cost me $18,000 to live on campus.
Oh, hell no.
And she was like, I don't want to rack up that type of student loan debt because Trump talking about garnishing niggas' wages for student loan debt.
Side note, Trump is not talking about garnishing nobody.
The Department of Education.
That's just the normal process that restarted. It was always there. It's not a new thing, but it had stopped since like 2020. It's just restarting. There's nothing new added on. It's
I never seen a nigga. Process. Now I know they take your tax return, but I ain't never see like a nigga payroll check get garnished for student loans.
Yeah, they didn't add any new things in there. They just restarting what was already stopped since.
Man, that's gonna cripple American families. It's gonna cripple niggas.
It's been that way since it's always been this way. It's not a new thing. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You defer. Like if he ain't deferring, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
You can only defer for so long, Jason. Eventually, you got to pay them bitches.
Well, pay that shit back then. I don't fucking, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be like 60 years old, live on their third house, 14th car, talking about how they can't. Man, pay that shit back, nigga. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to. Well, it gave you the life that you live now. So
I ain't even got a degree.
Who fault is that?
The government. Give me something for free. Give me some more free shit.
You know what I'm saying? But that shit's starting back. But that's how narratives start. Like, yo, they about to nigga. It's just restarting.
I don't like that shit, man. It's gonna cripple American families. I don't like that shit.
What's gonna cripple American family? Paying their student loans?
Garnishing niggas' wages for their student loans, yes.
Well, nigga, Discover Carbon garnishing niggas' wages for their credit card debt. I bet you there's more credit card debt in America than student loan debt.
I ain't never had no
idea that's true. I won't make that bet.
I ain't never had a credit card garnish me, and
because you pay your bills back at some point.
Yeah.
So, like, what's the difference between you paying your shit back and me paying my shit back? Because I don't want to pay my credit cards. And I got, guess what?
We've had this discussion
I got when I was 18, 19 years old, before I understood. Like, what's the difference?
Credit cards is a little tip.
Why is it different? Because I'm pretty sure the interest on my credit card is higher than the interest on your student loan. Niggas started off at 23%. Like,
I don't know, man. I hate to say that phrase. I just feel, because feelings aren't facts. Feelings aren't real, and it don't mean shit. I mean, just wipe all that shit out. We went to school for free. Amen. Just start over.
You know, I was 100% wrong, nigga. They say the average federal student loan debt per borrower is 8.3 times higher than the average credit card debt per.
You was wrong as fuck.
Yeah, but like, you got one set of student loans and you probably got like 19 credit cards. You know what I'm saying? If you start adding all
19 credit cards, you're an idiot.
You've probably had 19 credit cards at some point in your life. Not at the same time, but like maybe you had a Macy's card at one point, and when you was 19, you had a fucking K Jewelers card, or this particular.
You had a K Jewelers card.
Whatever.
I've had 5 credit cards in my entire life. 4 are still active.
Yeah, well, you're a lot safer than the vast majority of kids and people working at a bank. I've seen that many Michigan First credit lines, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and as you get older and mature, you know, some cars, when you 18, 19, it's a cap on that. You never getting a $30,000 limit on this card, because that's not what this card is made on. You know what I'm saying? So then you had all you had a JC Penney's card, you had a Sears card. Oh shit, that time that your car went out, or oh shit, you had to open a line of credit at the rent. Like, there's a whole bunch of lines of credit. So I don't know if that's like the best calculation, because it says per borrower, but a lot of people with credit cards are 5 and 6 other borrowers. So I don't know how to quantify that, but I was wrong.
Yeah, I do think about getting me a Best Buy credit card. I seen this TV I really want, and I like to use credit to pay for it.
Yeah, don't do it, my nigga. Go get you you can get you an 80-inch in Walmart for $14 almost. Like, TVs have changed. It's not gonna be super fly, but unless you got the super fly one right next to it, you'll never know at home. You'll never know. All right, man. Anyway, though, this week, man, it's been a wild fucking week, man, and I want to talk about something that everybody's been talking about, but I don't want to have that particular conversation. So we all know got a bunch of accusations to Shannon Sharp. I'm tired of y'all calling this nigga. I don't throw the fucking uncle word out there. Like, niggas is not my family, so I'm never calling another nigga unk. That shit irritates. I see niggas his age and older on TV calling that nigga unk. I'm like, nigga, have some respect for yourself. Like, I don't know. I be looking at that shit weird. You feel me? Like,
no, I'm completely with you on that one, because I am quote unquote unk age. I'm not calling another nigga that's close to my age range unk. I think you niggas grew up without daddies and father figures, so you're looking for something to latch on to.
Yeah.
But
here's the one of the angles I want to cause some friction on. If a person is selling pussy online, are you wrong for buying it, even if you're 56 years old or 54 years old? Like, if the person is old enough to have an OnlyFans and sell pussy online, is he quote unquote wrong for buying it? It's not like, we're not getting married. We're not trying to have a relationship or whatever. And this is the question, because I'm not saying this is my view. The question is, if the person can legally, air quotes, sell pussy online on OnlyFans, why is there an issue when somebody buys it?
I don't have an issue when somebody buys it personally. I think an arrangement made between two consenting adults, whether it is mutual because we both are attracted to each other, or we make an arrangement because you want $400 for your service and I'm willing to pay you $400 for that service, I'm completely comfortable with that arrangement.
She said 25,000 per cheek. That was her quote.
I mean,
it's crazy.
No, you got to know your audience. Niggas, you don't walk into a fucking Ferrari dealership asking about, financing that bitch for 60 months because that's a different audience. She knows her audience. She knows the price that they're willing to pay. And if Shannon is willing to pay 25,000 per cheek or whatever her estimate is, that's good for him.
So
I'm not that type of customer.
Yeah, I will say this. I do think it's wild in general to be 56 years, like to be dating people who are younger than your children, right? Like
Right.
I do think it's wild. Like I do think it's some of that racial shit he was on, and black man chokes black, like all that shit he be playing with. Matter of fact, I'm not even upset that this shit happened. Have you ever heard? I've heard Shannon say this on multiple occasions. If you see me with a black woman, I'm holding her for the police. Have you heard him say this before?
I have.
So all the trouble that he's into, you into it because of the type of shit that you like. So nigga, have at it. You feel me? I'm not wishing bad on you, but like this is what you get when you play mud. You get dirty. You feel me? But I think it's ultra convenient that a 22-year-old woman is still a child and can't make a decision for herself if she wants to engage in sex with an adult male. But when you're 14 years old or even lower, you can choose your gender. You can get your body mutilated. It's like at what point are you an adult who can make decisions for yourself? Because you can vote, you can drink, you can join the army, you can do all these things in society. If I treated you differently in the workforce because you're only 22 years old, it's like an issue. It's like, hey, treat me the same. You can't discriminate against my age. But as soon as it start talking about sex, the woman is not smart enough. The man is so cunning because he's older, and like she doesn't know what she's doing because she's 22 and he's 54. He is so much wiser than her. It must be like, I don't understand how it keep flipping like that.
I think because people are looking to put a spin on it. So I'm going to just say this. Older men have been going after younger women since the beginning of time. It didn't start with Shannon. It ain't going to stop with Shannon. Older men typically like to, younger women, bodies look different. Baggage is different. It is a different experience. I think we make such a big deal about it because of the age gap, about 30 years, which is
Crazy.
not something, huh?
It's crazy.
Yes. Now that's not a age range that I would be comfortable with dating.
Same.
Because that 30 years literally puts me, she's 18, 19, which is my daughter and her friends. And I wouldn't want to date nobody my daughter's age. Now, I will also say that while it is cringy and creepy, it is also legal because she is of legal age, just as is Shannon. And, legally they have done, with them engaging in sex, they've done nothing wrong. Now, if the allegations are true, like
they get married at that. So apparently she was 19 when they started their exchange of goods and services, and I think she's like 22 now. she don't like not my cup of tea. You feel me?
No.
I'm not dating. I only want to date somebody that's 25 at this current, and that's not even 20 years from like. I'm straight, not because I don't think a 25-year-old is cold, because it is what it is. But like, also this not dating. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen so many comments like, what do they have in common? We fucking. We not talking. We not going on dinner dates or whatever. Like, it's a sexual, and y'all love in this weird twisted world, sex work is real work and all other shit. So if she's selling pussy online and BDSM and y'all doing all this weird shit,
I'm paying for it.
It don't matter what you got in common. What you got in common is this the kind of kinky shit that you in, and this is the kind of kinky shit that I'm in, and we exchanging goods and services. It's a weird, twisted world that is perverse, and that's not my behavior. You feel me? I don't condone this shit. I just be interested in like, or how do you rationalize one thing and not the other? I think all this weird kinky shit and everybody got their kinks. No, some of this shit just not normal. It's not right. I don't know if right is the right word. It's not healthy.
I'm not gonna say it's not right. It's just not for me. That's all. Because I do like what I like, but some shit I just don't like, and that's not how I choose to spend my money or my time.
Yeah.
Now, some of the shit that I do like, maybe other motherfuckers ain't into.
Niggas calling him a pedophile. Like, what? Like, do y'all know it? Like, what? Like, that's real peace. Any nigga who is supporting this and they like throw that support wrong, you got to watch him around your daughters. That motherfucker grown as hell. And that is not my cup of tea. Again.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I'm not at all. I'm not interested. But like, yeah, like,
it's not pedophilia, because they're both two adults. Am I comfortable with knowing that when I was 30, the woman that I'm fucking was just being born somewhere across America? That doesn't work for me. But
like,
that's
me. He old enough for that to be your granddaughter. You know what I'm saying? Like a 54, 55-year-old can have a 19-year-old. Yeah, that could be your granddaughter.
Yeah. And Shannon has daughters.
Yeah, adult daughters. And brothers and sisters who probably got children who got he is a grandfather.
Yeah. He is a grandfather. So
it's not cool behavior. It is. We was talking in the group chat. It's always a horny nigga. Horniness brings down all these niggas. It's always sex.
I think it was my nigga AJ that said horniness is the downfall of man.
Fam, all this, it always some executive get caught fucking a secretary or doing some. It's always sex. Like, god damn.
Niggas can't control themselves.
Like,
and sexual discipline is one of the things that, unfortunately, a lot of people lack. And I'm not pointing the finger of judgment. I've been guilty myself of having lax sexual discipline. It ended up dealing with people in places or people that I should not have dealt with, situations that I should not have been in because of lack of, sexual self-discipline. At one time, it wasn't a thing for me to fuck employees and, I didn't hit a couple of my homeboys' cousins and shit like that. That type of shit shouldn't have never happened. It was just me.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? Sure.
I mean, I have children with women that I used to work with, so I'm not.
All my girlfriends I work with,
and some reported to
not me directly.
People we know.
No one ever reported to me directly.
I definitely used to fuck some of my employees that reported to me directly.
Well, I got morals and integrity.
And man, it ain't nothing like some pussy you should not be fucking. Don't nothing hit like some pussy you should,
See,
and this you should not be fucking.
And this is the horniness that will have a nigga on the downfall.
That's the downfall, because had any one of them had a bad day or felt a way about me and went to HR with them text messages or videos or anything, I'd have lost my job from being horny. Because I could have easily had sex with somebody in a different department that didn't report to me, and shit would be okay. But no, this dark skinned girl that worked 2 cubicles down, and I sometimes look past an attendance point or two because she gonna give me something later that night.
Boy, I did some wild shit.
Hey man,
I'll update your schedule. Come on, come to
yeah.
my house quick.
You be abusing that. You be abusing that power. You abuse that power.
That's
because of lack of sexual discipline.
That's insane. You like 23 years old. It's different when you 56, nigga, 54. Like what are you doing? Like Shannon moved like he just got money. Nigga, you've been rich you have been rich the majority of at least 60% of your life, my nigga. You didn't just get money.
No,
you didn't just get famous. You run around here like a nigga who ain't never had nothing.
Remember what we were just talking about earlier, where niggas like, you're not really grown till you really start hitting your 30s. I look at a nigga like Shannon Sharp, who has talked about growing up dirt poor, but Sterling was in the league when Shannon was in college. And I've often heard Shannon say how Sterling would like let him drive his cars, throw a little bit of cash on him, made sure he had a nicer place. Like he didn't have a taste of money.
Nigga, we talking 35, 40 years ago, though. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been on this shit for a long time. Or all that nasty, kinky shit is just coming to the light. Because it's a whole bunch of shit that kid will, a choking issue at Fox Sports had to do and this and that. Like, y'all, I don't know what it is about the whole sex thing, but even on J. Edgar Hoover was famous for the FBI because he had the damn sex tapes and the pictures and the files on everybody. And everybody goes down this rabbit hole of weird, kinky sex shit. And like, it's the downfall of it. Really it's either sex or drugs. And they're really closely related. I don't understand it. I understand it because the SEX, the sexual energy exchange, is happening, and y'all exchanging energies with shit that should never happen. It shouldn't be happening.
Lack of sexual discipline. How many times you done fuck somebody that like, not even sex you shouldn't be having, but like this person ain't no good for you. This shit a crash and burn situation. It's not going nowhere. It's not gonna lead to nothing.
Yeah, but that's different. You making poor choices with people who you choose to be with is one thing. And this is some other shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? This is some other shit. And I'm gonna choke you and put like, I don't know. I know that.
Was she asked for a big back baby?
All I know is them audio tapes and shit. As an audio guy, something's up with the audio. Did he say those things? Probably. I need to hear the other shit.
Did he say it?
Hear the other shit, actually.
Did he say it? Absolutely. In what context? I'm questioning.
And in some contexts, you look like a 56-year-old nigga. Because why would you ever say he said this shit in a tone like he sounded like he reading the headline? Big black man choke small white woman. Yeah, nigga. Now that's a fucking headline that we all saying, dumbass nigga. Like, I might choke you in public. I get it. If that's what you get into to turn each other on, whatever the case may be, man, I know way too much about this nigga that I should never know. Take me out the group chat.
Shannon coming across as a simp. He coming across as a simp. He coming across
as a John.
Well, I mean, and that's fine. I don't want to necessarily clown him for that because this is the arrangement. No, man, this is the arrangement. He probably into like some kinky shit where she call him a nigga and choke him while they fucking, and
it is what it is. I'm gonna call it. If that's some shit you're into, you still a John. You still a nigga that's paying for that shit. That shit is still weird. If he was white and we was on the block, or the honkies who used to pull up and honk for the black women to come out, like, yeah, nigga, it's something like we making fun of you. That shit not no shit to look up to. You don't go be like, oh yeah, this the nigga to pay for all the pussy. You don't get no props for paying for pussy. That's not like, nigga, son, when you grow up, I want you to take your hard-earned money and go pay for pussy. Like, that's, it's okay to make fun of that shit because it's not cool. It's not some shit. Do you aspire to be the nigga who pay for pussy? Or would you like to get the pussy for free?
I would like somebody to want to have sex with me because they want me. We have an intimate connection. I would like to think that they like me and are comfortable with the idea of us exchanging energy and enjoying each other's bodies.
Yeah.
Not that I found you on OnlyFans and you said it was $600 plus the room, and now we having sex that way. Like that, I'm not comfortable with that.
It's never been what niggas aspired to be. You feel me? And I would say you a simp if you paying because you trying to be in a relationship with the person and you paying to keep them. You just paying to fuck.
I mean, that's called the girlfriend experience. He paying for the GFE.
Yeah. And me and my circle,
it's tears to trick it. It's tears to it.
This has never been some shit that I aspired to be, or I would be like, yo, nephew, this is what you got to do. You just got to pay. I remember when Backpage was popping?
Absolutely.
A nigga I know tried to like pitch it to me like, yo, I'm just saying, nigga, all the which is crazy. All the bad girls that wouldn't talk to you on Instagram, you can pay them a couple bucks on Backstage on Backpage, and they was doing anything. And I'm like, but he pitched it away. I'm like, you think this like cool, nigga? Like the pitch didn't work well with me.
Look, I know somebody that routinely pays for sex. He likes to have sex with strippers and adult movie stars. And there are a couple strippers in the city who moonlight and do porn. And that nigga's comfortable with paying with their fee in order to be with them. To me, that shit doesn't make any sense. And I know what he does for a living. I have an idea of the type of money that he makes. And, he go to the strip club or to damn near 5 out of 7 days, he has somebody titty bar.
Yeah.
And 5 out of 7 days, he paying, to have.
I guess what I would say is this. I don't think we should treat sex as a service, but just because I don't think it, don't mean it don't happen, right? So if there's something you want and there's somebody that's going to offer it to you for a fee, and everybody in that situation are consenting adults, it is what it is, right? I'm not holding that against you per se. However, it's just not something that I aspire to be, right?
Absolutely.
So that shit can be up for ridicule. It can be up for jokes or whatever. I've never aspired to be the person paying for the service. If that's what it is, it is what it is. So like what him and old girl have, whatever. I also don't. It's never okay once a month. I don't know how the bondage and the sadomasochistic shit is some sadomasochism is it go beyond just having sex. It's on some other shit. And that's a world that I'm not all in, but like, how do you know when the no is real and the no is not?
Use safe words.
Yeah, but I hear that. But apparently it seems that he thought everything was all good and she was like, no. And she said, no matter what, allegedly, no matter what of our relationship, no mean no. So what you both argue in court? Oh yeah, I do that shit up to her all the time. Nigga, you look like a monster then. Whether you is a monster or not, like, oh, she say no all the time when I keep going. What? Well, yeah, we got this, this is a jury if a jury not into that shit, nigga, she say no. What the fuck you mean you keep going?
I don't know how you defend yourself against that shit in court. Like it's not my area of expertise.
And like that's some shit like just because you put a sign on the door, like all sales of not doing refunds or whatever, nigga, Michigan State law say you returning this shit. I don't give a fuck what you wrote on that little paper that you stuck on the door. So you niggas can have a little safe word if you want to. You can't stab me in my stomach because you said she said she like kinky shit. Bitch, you can't stab a motherfucker because you like kinky shit. Like that's not the law comes in like, and when you in this big of a position, fuck is you doing, my nigga?
That's why consent is so important. You have to be two consenting adults. You have to discuss that shit. And I remember being younger, and a football coach famously told me, he's like, consent has to be given for every different act. He said, kissing if she gave you consent to kiss her in the car, don't mean that the kissing gonna
Don't ride the elevator with single women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If she gave you consent to, touch her thighs in the car, that doesn't mean that consent carries over into the house. And I think there need to be very clear conversations and very clear lines.
I mean, I feel like that's why niggas was like, yo, y'all should be doing this shit till y'all married. And then it's clear. That's clearly not the formula that I have taken in life. You feel me? But like, I mean, it's a tough situation, dog.
Just because it's your wife doesn't mean that you own her. She has to give you consent as well.
That's not what God told me. It's like, no, I'm fucking with you. Can you hear this audio?
So now, if the single woman is on the elevator,
can you hear that?
Yeah.
All right, bad. I'm about to play this clip. This was Shannon Sharp and Andrew Schultz. Andrew was on Club Shay Shay recently, and when he said this, I was like, that's pretty weird. This seems a bit much. Listen to what Shannon said.
don't ride the elevator with single women.
Yes,
so
you cannot do
if
that.
the single woman is on the elevator, I gotta wait.
Wait, why don't you? Because they just get too horny.
No, I don't.
Why do they get
the risk? Sometimes
run the risk of what?
Sometimes the mention of impropriety is enough to sway people's opinion of somebody.
Really?
So I don't do that.
So if a single woman's going to go into an elevator,
I'm not getting on it.
And what do they think?
I don't let women servers come into my room to bring food.
Really?
If they come to clean the room, I leave the room. I sit in the hallway till they're done. Then I go back into the room.
Now, have you ever like blown someone's mind with that? Like, has a girl ever?
No, I mean, a lot of times when people see me, like, okay, you can get on. I was like, no, I'll wait till the other. They said, no, it's fine. And I just keep it moving like that.
And do you think that they're thinking there's like some reverse racism thing there?
No, I don't know what they're thinking.
Do you clutch your purse when white women walk around?
My crossbody? Nah. Because if I'm on the elevator by myself and a woman steps on, I'll get off.
White women only or black women?
It doesn't matter.
So I thought that was weird. I thought that was a little extra, right? Like I'm like, yo, it's not that fucking serious and shit, right? Because like you won't even be on the elevator with a single woman because you don't want the mention of impropriety gives people the wrong information, and then less than a month later, you got a lot of fucking mentions of impropriety. Like this is going against everything, and I'm like, that sounds like the behavior of a nigga who's been accused of a lot of shit. If you won't even go in the same elevator with a person, if there's just one woman in there, I'm not even going in the same elevator.
Now they can't say I did nothing.
Yeah. And if all this shit was happening in January 2025 and this clip was like from March, I'm like, oh, it makes more sense to me. Now that's just me putting shit together. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to convict the man, but that's
not, but I mean,
weird.
Maybe start planting the seeds early. So I don't know. I do just want to give you an update. The third round of the NFL draft is happening. Shedeur Sanders has still not been selected.
You know, they don't want him they don't want him. Not guaranteed to go to the NFL. I mean, there's 6 rounds of the play. I mean, Tom Brady was drafted in the 6th round. Just remember that. Tom Brady was a 6th round pick.
Wasn't even a full-time starter. Wasn't even a full-time starter at Michigan.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, it's not about where you go. It's just about getting that opportunity.
I would love to see him in the Lions because our backup quarterback, we went and got a nigga who ain't played all year and put him in the playoffs because we didn't trust our backup quarterback.
Hendon Hooker.
Yeah. So get Shedeur. I'd love to see him in Detroit.
I will say this. I feel like this is an attempt by the shield of the NFL and its owners to try and humble Shedeur and Prime.
You believe that in real life?
It's hard for me to believe. Now, did he have the best, most amazing college career? No. But I do think he is a better than average college quarterback. He didn't have the best offensive line or even the talents around him in terms of skill players, and still managed to be an above 500 starter in college. I do think, given the right opportunity, the right system, he'll flourish. I do think that a lot of he like to talk, do the roly shit, and that's cool on TikTok. But NFL owners are drafting employees, and does that necessarily look good to an employer? That's questionable. And I do think this, people don't care for him. I think people don't care to see confidence. People don't care to see confidence. And I think the way he carries his confidence does intimidate people and rub them the wrong way. And this is definitely a chance to humble him. I think he will make an NFL roster. I think, given the opportunity, he will play. I hope this fuels his fire to be an amazing player and make these other teams pay for not selecting him.
What? Every team don't need a fucking quarterback, right? And just because you a slightly above average college football, I'm not getting rid of the necessity. If I got holes on my team right now that I need to fill, I'm not jumping just because you Shedeur. And I don't know that how the NFL works is if I got time to play humble games, because if I don't win this year, I'm not going to have this job. Like I don't know that in the NBA, you can play them games. Your son can be in the league and not really deserve to be in the league. NFL is a different beast. Nigga, none of these contracts is guaranteed. We draft. There's 90 people on the roster in preseason, and we got to get that shit down to whatever the number
53-man roster.
Yeah. So like I see good ass players, really above average players, get cut watching Hard Knocks every fucking year. Right. So when I say I don't know, I literally don't know that all 32 teams conspired to teach Dion and his son a lesson. Niggas dropping in the draft. It's other than Shedeur, there's tons of niggas who are dropping in the draft, right?
Every day.
Every year.
It's not new. He's just a big name because of his father, his college career, and more or less his pedigree.
And this year is not a quarterback stack year. Like, yo, all these niggas is cold. It's not one of them years. He's the number one, in my opinion. I thought he was going to go first round because of the talent in the first round for quarterbacks. It was like 2 quarterbacks selected in the first round, period. Like niggas just wasn't picking quarterbacks. Also,
there's a lot of offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and skill players that went. And I mean, you got to put points on the board. If you're going to be successful, your defense has to be able to rush the pass, and your offense needs linemen to protect your franchise QBs. So I mean,
also right now, what the NFL is going or looking for is a mobile quarterback who uses his feet to run out the pocket. That's not what Shedeur Sanders does. He's a pocket quarterback, right? Are there some pocket passers in the league that's thriving? Yes, about 4 of them, right? It's 32 teams, and we all looking for that Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick, that the black quarterback essentially who was running with his feet and passing and everything. Like that's what everybody copycat. That's the style of play that they're looking for. And I just don't. I'm fairly sure he would get. I think he will get picked up, and I think he can do some things in the league. But who the fuck knows? I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the word humble. I never will ever have a low estimation of oneself. That's what humble means. I understand the context in which people try to use the word, but it's not the definition of the word. I'm never going to be humble. I'm never going to have a low estimation of myself. I hate all these others on the internet who are quote unquote so happy that he's being humbled. I'm like, this just so I don't like it.
I mean, nigga, you saw the comments on my Twitter.
Yeah.
People
I
was
started
really
going
trying
back
to
and
light
forth.
me up and troll me about that shit. I saw you jump in. I appreciate you. One thing I try not to be is play armchair GM, because I don't know shit about drafting or crafting an NFL team. I got a lot of years in Madden. You know, my career mode is pretty solid, but I don't know nothing about putting these niggas together and trying to make a championship roster. There's a science behind it. There's teams behind it. There's a lot of moving and working parts. And there are people that get paid a lot more than me to figure these things out. And every year, fans are just not satisfied. It don't matter who your team picked. Oh, we should have took, motherfucking CJ Miles right here. We need defensive. And then CJ Miles played 3 games for the team to pick him up. And then the player we drafted fucking make it to the Pro Bowl. So, I mean, there's a lot of science behind it. I really just hope Shador does get an opportunity to make an NFL roster and tear up the league just a little bit next year.
I mean, I want Shador to win because he Deion's son, though. If he was just random regular quarterback and he wasn't Deion's son, I probably would have never heard of him. He'd just be another good ass quarterback. But I do want him to win because I know who he is and all the whole 9 yards. So it go both ways because
But honestly, I mean, and even though he had a decent college career, the only reason that we really know about him is because that is Deion's son. That's it. Prime has coached him his entire life, from Pop Warner all the way through college. We know that's his son, and we want to. It's that love of that nostalgic type of love. Rarely, though, do sons of professional athletes ever pan out to a great level of success and have these careers that mimic their fathers.
I think with the stars of like the 80s and 90s, it hasn't panned out. I think these current versions, these niggas gonna pan out. Some of these niggas better than their fathers.
When it comes to basketball, I'm interested to see like some of the next generation. I know he had a really tragic accident, but Gilbert Arenas' son, I think he's a really good player. Carlos Boozer has 2 sons his twin boys going to Duke. They're really good players.
Scottie Pippen Jr.'s son. I mean, Scottie Pippen Jr. is in the like. It's a whole bunch of players that are
Cayenne Anthony.
Yeah, Kenyon Martin's son is in the league right now.
Yeah, and I think Brian, other son Bryce, is going to Arizona. And to me, I think Bryce is the better of the two. He's taller, he can shoot. Like they can make names for themselves. Can they be their fathers? Only time will tell. But I think they can.
Curry is way colder than his father ever was. Like it's not even close. And Dale Curry is a cold 3-point shooter. He still can shoot that bitch. But Steph Curry I'm better than my father. Now, if you was an average player in the NBA, your son has a chance to eclipse you. If you was like the best of the best, it's hard. The bar is already so fucking high. You feel me? Like LeBron having a son that can play is just as good or better than LeBron is crazy because niggas think LeBron is one of the best ever. So like, what's the likelihood of in the damn near same while they're playing, another nigga out tops that? Like that's the once in a generational thing. Every 10 to 20 years, you're gonna have a nigga that we could argue was like one of the best ever. I don't think LeBron's best ever. That's just a whole nother thing. But
really,
no, he's not better than Kobe, in my opinion. This is just me playing basketball. I'm like, I don't think he's a better basketball player than Kobe.
Okay.
But that's neither here nor there. That's a whole nother.
That's fine. Yeah, that's a different conversation for a different day.
Yeah. Anywho, but like, I don't know, man. Hopefully he get drafted. I don't think so. What I said before is the reason I know him is because he's Deion's son. That's not the reason I think he good. I think he good because he's good. But like the advertisement or the flashlight was put on him, and I saw. I'm like, oh shit, he actually is good. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, we will.
We'll see.
We will.
To your point, Gilbert Arenas' son. I heard he's doing better now. He was in a car crash. He ran a Cybertruck into a tree. well, he was in a Cybertruck that ran into a tree. I don't know who was driving or not, and caught on fire. And because of the smoke inhalation, they induced a coma. I guess that's normal procedure, but he's doing a lot better now. So hopefully, that all pans out. Gilbert Arenas' son is cold, and Gilbert has been training him and bringing him up the right way. So, much prayers and everything to him. Another wild ass thing that happened this week, which is crazy that this not even the lead story that we an hour and 20 minutes in and we just talking about this shit. What the fuck is going on with Kanye, dog?
I don't know. So he's been tweeting a lot of wild and crazy shit. And just this week, he made a tweet about a song he released called Cousins, where he basically talks about
sucking his cousin dick until he was 14.
Do we call it being molested?
He was the molester. He's the older cousin.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, he's the older cousin, and him and his cousin found some nasty magazines in his mama's room. His mama was, and then they start doing the things. So he started off saying that he initially had some Playboy magazines like in his dad's room. He referenced that, and then he said he found some other type of magazines under his mom's bed or some shit, and him and his cousin started doing those things. And then basically at the end of this tweet, he was sucking his cousin dick until he was 14. And when he told him that he couldn't do it anymore, he think his cousin, who's in prison for 30 years or some shit on some murder shit, did something. He feel like it's his fault. And then the thing that everybody did and does, it was like, oh, this is just for publicity. This is for album sales. Since when does that make a motherfucker want to go listen to your fucking album? I get it. Everybody think everything is promo, but some of this shit don't make sense because you sucked a dick when you was 14. Now we want to go listen to your music. Like when niggas don't have anything to say, oh, this is just for promo. No, something's been wrong with this nigga the whole time. I always said that Kim was the beard. This nigga was gay. And that was a different play. Like, but everything ain't for album sales. Who the fuck about to listen to this? Maybe people will go listen to that song. Maybe they will. I'm never listening to the shit.
I haven't listened to it. I think Kanye as an artist has eclipsed the type of artist that has to do that mandatory promo run. Just the news that there's going to be a new Kanye West album is really like when and where and how that first single sound. Like Kanye has the fan base that's going to support him. I don't know what that man is going through in his head. I wish he never told us. I wish he just sought the help and never told us, because with the internet and social media, we know a lot about each other that we just don't need to know. We know too much about each other, and this is a perfect example of that. I wish Kanye never said shit. I hope he gets whatever help that he needs to, and I hope that he doesn't tell us anymore. Whether it be in interviews, in tweets, or the music. His tweets have been going crazy. He called J and B's kids retarded, talking about how Kendrick and Tyler, the Creator, can't rap. He recently kind of went at Mason Cameron. Mason.
Like, what's interesting in shit is the nigga does want some attention. I don't know if it's for album sales. First, the nigga anti-Semitic, then he fucking KKK, now he gay. Not like every week is something new. You feel me? So we were talking like last week when G was on, like I tapped out of it. Like I don't care anymore. But this one came across, I saw the screenshot, I'm like, nigga, that's not real. Then I went to the Twitter and seen it. I'm like, it's such a weird, think about this. This is how weird of a space that we in. Last week, declassified CIA files says that the Soviets had a shootout with a spaceship, crashed it. The niggas got out and turned 18 to 20 people into stone. Like that happened, and niggas went around their lives.
Wasn't no questioning about it.
Like when Trump was in office the first time, that nigga created a space force to fight aliens. Like another military branch for extraterrestrial threats. Niggas went around their lives. The world is so unserious right now that, like, can you imagine when niggas be like, CIA undocumented files got released and say some aliens turned some Soviet soldiers into stone. And we was like, yeah, that Shannon Sharp shit is crazy. And then an hour and a half into the pod, we just talk about Kanye West sucking his cousin dick. This is crazy. This is insane.
The world is just so unserious, and I can't believe this is the world that I'm living in.
Like, this is insane.
We should really just know less about each other at all times. They used to keep us separated by niggas that could read good, niggas that couldn't read good, niggas that were in LD classes, learning disabled, niggas that were special. We should still probably like be separated like that. It's just, the world is a strange place. Maybe we shouldn't be separated like that. Let me take that back. But we should definitely know much less about each other. There's
What's
no
the
reason.
headline you think that other than some interpersonal shit that got to do with celebrity gossip? Because that seems like the shit that we really care about. And by we, I mean everybody, not really necessarily me. What's the headline you think can happen that will break up the world? Because it's not the aliens, apparently. Like what could it be?
Vampires. If they came out on the news tomorrow, told you Lil Wayne was a vampire,
niggas wouldn't believe it.
It'd be more believable than a lot of other shit I see about that nigga.
You can show a video of Lil Wayne biting a nigga neck with blood running from his mouth, and niggas be like, this AI, or this a prank, or this is just publicity for his album. That's 100% of what niggas would say.
I would want to say it was Jesus coming back, but niggas would act the same way. It's AI. It's a prank. It's not real. This a trailer for a new movie, Passion of Christ Part 3. Niggas would really like Jesus.
I'm not bullshitting. I heard they're actually making a Passion
of Christ 2. Yes,
that's insane.
So like I would say Jesus coming back, but like niggas wouldn't believe it unless they was outside and they saw the sky open up and turn red and chariots. Huh?
It was a drone. You seen all them colorful lights and drones and shit they be doing to look 3D? So I don't know if y'all niggas ever heard of Project Bluebeam, but that's a real thing. That they was gonna go up there and make it seem like the heavens and shit was up. Go Google that shit, Project Bluebeam. So whatever happens, we not gonna believe it. We used to be in the 90s, be like, yo, tell us the truth. We deserve it. All right, here go the truth. Man, I don't believe that shit.
Jesus would have to come back, interrupt whatever you're doing, like appear on every cell phone screen. Yo, this is me. Niggas are gonna start disappearing in 5, 4. Like it have to be like that, and niggas would be like, "Oh shit, that's him."
Right.
Until you see your mom, until you sitting on the couch and your girlfriend start to disintegrate.
It got to happen to you. Like it got to actually happen to you. I
don't want it to happen to me.
And with AI going on, you could be watching the news and a nigga could chop the president head off, and you be like, "Nigga, that shit AI." That nigga, that's a deep fake. Like we just will not believe it. The world is so weird and technologically advanced. You can't believe none of this shit.
I don't know what it would take then. That's the best I got, Jay. If Jesus won't do it, won't nothing do it.
Won't he do it?
If y'all don't believe Jesus when he come back, I mean, it don't even matter because he be here and shit'll shake up. It won't even matter. You ain't got to believe it. that'll be the Earth's last fuck around and find out moment.
My nigga, we had a global pandemic, and sometimes myself included, was like, "No, I don't believe this shit."
And
like,
niggas didn't take that serious. I know we out of the pandemic, allegedly, but I remember some of y'all going to, the grocery store in hazmat suits and wearing other type of silly shit, because, they say you got to cover your face. Niggas being told they have to wash their hands for 2 minutes and acting like it's killing them. Niggas acting like standing 6 feet away from someone was not going to stop shit from happening. Just like basic shit. Apple had to update your Apple Watch with a timer to let you know how long you should be washing your motherfucking hands. So, no, I don't think niggas will believe shit.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know what would happen. I don't know what the thing could be. The Earth would have to open up, and like a good tragedy might do it, or war. But niggas be like, yeah, that war not really happening.
No, it would have to be a war on American soil, where your neighbor Tim, he got shot by some terrorists, and you saw.
Let's just say, all right, fuck it. There's a war on American soil. What state?
New York or DC. New York, DC, or LA.
All right, one of them three. The rest of the country chilling. Because I don't live in DC. All I'm gonna see is video on the screen, right?
But you may know somebody that live in one of them three areas.
Yeah. And
when you get the call that your auntie apartment building been blew up and they ain't seen her in 4 days, it may hit a little bit different.
What you think? What you think will happen though? Because the reason I say that is because in this country's history, half the country had slavery and the other half didn't, and niggas went around their lives like it wasn't shit popping.
I don't know what would happen. I don't know.
Like, I would think that like, oh shit, some shit going down. We got to do something. Half the country below the Mason-Dixon line was like, you on this side, my nigga, you ain't free. In the movie 12 Years a Slave, right? That nigga was a college professor.
Nigga had a family, a house, a car. He got caught slipping one night and ended up in slavery. Like nigga, you can read.
Like in real life, tell nobody. In real life, here in this country, half the country was like, yo, all that shit happened down south is wild. But let me go ahead and get to work. Cause you would be like, no, they doing that shit to black folks. Nigga, we about to mask up. We don't. Nah,
I'm free as fuck up here. What is it? Fuck them new niggas over there. I'm free as fuck.
Ice rounding niggas up right now. And we like, hey, nigga, that's some Southwest shit. Like, that's crazy. I don't think.
Did you see where that lady pretended to be an ICE agent to kidnap her ex-boyfriend's new chick?
No.
She impersonated an ICE agent so she could kidnap her.
Locally?
No, this wasn't locally.
Oh, I'm about to say niggas is wildin'.
That'd make the story so much better if it was in Southwest Detroit. Yeah. But no, it wasn't locally.
Oh, cause see, now I don't care as much. You feel me? Like immediately,
ain't got shit to do with me. And in Michigan, ain't got shit to do with me. You one of them niggas. You one of them niggas.
I mean, what you want me to do? Go fight? Like what I'm supposed to do?
No. See, that's the thing. What you want me to do? Because I ain't gonna do nothing. Better me than you.
Damn.
Or better you than me. Better you than me.
That's fucked up. It really is fucked up. But like, what's next? Like, it's like, what we gonna do?
No, nigga. At the end of the day, ain't me and mine. For real, it ain't me and mine. That's fucked up. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. That's fucked up. Is we getting pepperoni and ground beef on this pizza, or is we ordering buffalo wings? Like that's my next thought. Better them than me.
I'm glad you said that. I'm put an order in for my pizza. Yeah, man, that shit crazy.
We supposed to do this at the beginning of the show. Here we are at the end again.
Well,
whose man's is this?
I don't have a whose man's is this week.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you get a pass. I do have a music pick of the week. If you're into the local underground Detroit hip hop scene, you probably heard of this name before, Boog Brown. She dropped a song recently called Flight Journey. So that is my music pick of the week. Boog Brown, Flight Journey. It's already updated and added to the playlist. So support the song and support Boog Brown. She's just a dope MC all around. So that's all I got.
Yeah, for sure. I think let me turn this down so we don't get banned. I think that's what we got, man.
All right. Well, look, it's your man Dame Gone Wild across all platforms. If it matters socially, I'm there. At me, talk to me. I talk back. Just holler at me. Like, I be liking good conversation. Somebody slid in my DMs this week, not even on some like, oh, I'm trying to get to know you shit, just with good conversation, their opinion about something that I said on a previous podcast, and we done connected them and talking all week. And I just like talking to good people, good, smart people.
Yeah.
So when you see the blue and the black, you know where the fuck you at. It's always Shop Talk Podcast, bitch.
Jay Johnson 313 on everything that matters. Shout out to y'all who tapped into the live. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Twitter.
Shout out to Hyphen Universe, Robert G, my nigga D Scott, Big Sufi Supreme, everybody that tapped in with us.
Shout out to everybody that's on Twitter or X tapping in. I know y'all can't leave comments and shit, but shout out to y'all, man. Y'all always down on some random live shit. I don't even be saying nothing. We just be going live and y'all be tapped in, so I appreciate it. I would really appreciate y'all go to the youtube.com/Jay Johnson 313, like and subscribe. This should be out tomorrow if you didn't catch the whole thing. When you see the blue and the black, you know where you at. I'm not saying we the Rockefeller podcast, but we are Jay and Dang.
Hell fuck yeah.
Peace.